Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back, and welcome newcomers to the channel. Oh, snap. You know what it is, baby. If you've been around, or if you went to Blade Show, if you saw people going to Blade Show, you probably heard about this bad boy. I'm very excited to share it with you. Don't forget, I'll have links in the description, like I always do, and in the comment section of where you can check anything out that you see on the channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Make sure you leave a positive comment below. I'm just making sure there's nothing hidden down underneath. Sometimes, you gotta look for goodies because, well, tear the box apart. That's fine. Just making sure there's nothing else in there. But this came out around Blade Show. It's not out yet. If you're watching this video, this is day one. This is the launch. You can get in on it on the super early bird special. This is the Spark Spin. Would you look at it? Just look at it. And all of it, spin this. So yes, you've already guessed it. This is a fidget knife. If you're a knife collector, a knife connoisseur, a knife person, a knife jockey, knife nerdery, if you like knives and you like the fidget factor, well, this has got it added in. It is pretty darn cool. It has a lot of neat factors. It has the neato factor. So just going over it just a little bit. It does have caged ceramic ball bearings. It is a frame lock. It has a steel lock bar insert. It has a lot to look at. That is very cool if you're a knife lover. It does have by the way, this is titanium, grade 5 or grade 6 titanium. You can check out all the specs later, right? It does have a titanium pocket clip. It is not reversible. And yes, it does have a spinner, which I might as well show you this part right now, right? Because we're already there. So you don't have to have the knife out to fidget or spin, right? And then you can click this and then you get the more tactile feel. I enjoy this. I like the tactile feel, the little clicking back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But I know you want to see the blade. Are you ready? Pow! Right in the kisser. Oh yeah. It is a top flipper. I've already had this bad boy out. I've already played with it. I put it back in the box for effect so you can see what the whole unboxing experience is like, right? M390 blade still, baby. I like the blade. It's not a big blade. I'll tell you the dimensions here in just a second, and I'll show you what it looks like next to some other knives. You might be surprised by the size. It's not as small and not as big as you think. It is a little wider. It has a little bit of girth. Just the tiniest bit of branding. That's not bad. Just enough to have the name on there, right? So your jimping is really, really nice jimping. You saw me front flip it, right? And also, I will say something about the thumb studs, is these aren't the slickery kind where your fingers fly off of or bounce off of, right? Or slide over, if you will. There's just a slight bit of grab on the end of this this terracing that helps grab it to open it up. Now, as far as your fit, left and right, up and down, it is rock solid. There is zero movement whatsoever. And then your lockup is right there in the middle, right where you want it. And it is very smooth. And then it is dead centered. Now you can front flip it with your thumb. You can also top flip it. You can also use the thumb studs, right? Now, before I go any further, let's do a quick size comparison just to get you dialed in. Here is the Wee Banter. So if you have a Banter, that is the size. That's your length. That's the length of this knife. And then here's the QSP Penguin glide lock, because everybody needs a penguin, right? So if you have a penguin, this tells you, no, it's not a big knife. It's not going to be heavy. I think it's around 3.7 ounces. Maybe I'll remember to weigh it here in just a second. But a penguin gives you a good idea that this is not a big knife. And I'll show you the ergos here in just a second, because you can already tell I'm flying by. I'm not wasting any time. Here is the Kaiser Drop Bear 2. Smaller than the Drop Bear, right? And I'll just put one more up here that a lot of people have, the Civivi Elementum, the old classic. This is the Elementum 2 button lock. Now for your numbers, from tip to tip, this bad boy is 6.26 inches, 159 millimeters. Your blade length is 2.54 inches, 64.6 millimeters. Closed, it's only 3.72 inches, 94.6 millimeters. Now your thickness, it is 14.5 millimeters thick, and a perfect way to show you the thickness. Here's a QSP Penguin. So it is thicker than a penguin. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? So it does, even though it's not a longer handle, it does give you a little bit of grip because it has a little bit of girth. Now my hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25, and this is what it looks like in my hand. And by the way, that snap is very satisfying. So holding it like this in my hand, my pinky does hit it, and guess what? They put this pocket clip inset, or rough words. They put the pocket clip up in here enough where you don't feel the pocket clip in your hand, so there's no issue. And because it doesn't have a back flipper, you can get right up here behind the heel to cut. So if you have bigger hands or large size hands, it's still comfortable to hold, right? You can hold it back here for a little bit of push cutting, but if you're like me and you want to get in there to do a little cutting like this, you can get right behind the heel so there's no catching or any of those problems. And then your plunge grind ends right into the heel. So I don't know how much people are going to be using this to where you're going to need to sharpen it a lot. I doubt that's going to be a thing. This is more of a knife for knife collectors, knife connoisseurs, to have something different, something to talk about. And on day one, this is like 40% off the super early bird. So the day you're seeing this, if this is the first day it was released, then that is the cheapest. The next day they go up $10. You're going to be able to get this in different materials. I think it goes up to zircotite. There's a couple different materials that you can personalize, and you can also personalize the pocket clip and get some engravings and stuff on the pocket clip. That'll be down there in the link where you can see all the different things that you can do with it. Now, for your action, I can't remember. Can you? Oh yeah, look at that. Easy reverse flick. So the reverse flick is easy, and then obviously the thumb is going to be easy, and then you can get both your fingers on there to really snap it out. But the most satisfying for me is over the top, and because that jimping is done so well, you just put your finger on there and just pull back this direction just a little bit. It doesn't take a lot of skill at all. It doesn't take any skill. You just hold the knife with 2 fingers, put your finger up here and pull, and it snaps out with authority. And you can also do the classic thumb roll. But for me, it's more satisfying to do that right there. So I think for an everyday carry that has the Nito effect, M390 blade steel, it's cryo-treated. The company's been making knives and doing CNC for 20 years. And I have to say, as far as the finish looks really nice. I am looking forward to showing this knife off to my knife friends and my non-knife friends, because I go to trivia and I bring new knives with me every week, and they all check them out. This one is going to be fun. And I was wondering, I wonder if you could put tritium in there. I bet you could really trick this dude out if you knew how to put tritium and stuff like that. Maybe I'm wrong. The relief is on the outside, but these edges are all nicely rounded. I would say almost crowned. See how it's rounded off? Like, that's more than a chamfer. That is crowned edges. And then for your spine, it's not crowned, but every sharp edge where your hand goes for the ergonomics feels very smooth. The only thing you can feel is that wheel, which that is very... I gotta say, the Nito factor is pretty cool with this knife. I like that, you can sit there and not have the blade out if you're using your mouse on your computer or something. You have something to click around on, and it does click very easy to switch back and forth between spin. The spin doesn't spin for a long time, so therefore it gives you something to do with your finger. Oh, okay. Kind of like that sound, and I imagine you would get more used to it. But this is the new Spark Spin. I think it's pretty darn cool. I like it that it's something different. It's not the everyday knife that you always carry, and it's also not that big. I told you I would weigh it, so I'll weigh it real quick. I believe the website said 3.7 ounces. We'll see how close they got to it with my version, and it's coming in at 3.63 ounces, even a little bit less. So not too shabby. Tell me what you think about this new, I'm calling it Nito. Tell me what you think about the new Spark Spin. Are you getting in on it? I know they have some deals for the early birds, or if you buy 2 and stuff like that. Links down there to go check it out. Now, you got a couple choices up on your screen of videos if you want to go check them out. And until I see you again in the lives or the chats or the hive streams, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.